We start. So, hello everyone. Good morning, Annael in Australia, and good evening to people in United States and South America. It's today is 27th of June for us, and it's 28th of June for Annael. One of those impossible things. We are in different time zones. So, welcome everyone. I am really thrilled to have Annael present her work on the altar of Archangel Radiel, Vidar. I have to say, I first started seeing Annael's pictures on Facebook because Pepa Girginova, who's the mother of the three beautiful singers, used to post her pictures or share the excitement about there was an exhibit last year or year before, and then I somehow got connected, and then when I wanted to join the Facebook group on the Testament of Color Rays of Light, I realized that Annael is actually the admin. She's the organizer of that group. And we immediately struck a very nice friendship, and she just has showered us with so much beauty that she captured. Even when I saw her pictures for the first time, I had, sorry, my cat is also in an excited state. Sorry about the distraction. So I used to stare at these pictures, and I thought they're like meditation, and I didn't know much about Annael or her art, but it's really truly beautiful, and she will share tonight with us the story of this altar that she conceived after many years, after studying both the teachings of Rudolf Steiner and the Master Beinsa Douno. And I would rather let you discover more and ask questions later on. Annael asked that we ask questions at the end, so no interruptions. It's about 40 minutes or so. We did one session last night. So I will ask that if a thought pops up in your brain, just put it in the chat, and we will read all the questions at the end, or you can start asking questions at that time. So Annael, we are very excited, and without further ado, I'm going to ask you to present. Just for others to know, for some reason Annael is unable to be on camera, so we will hear her beautiful voice and also enjoy her art visually. So please go ahead. I think you're still muted. Okay, now you're not muted, but we don't hear you. At least I cannot hear you. Can anyone else hear Annael?
No, I don't hear.
Okay. Last night it worked like a charm. We'll give it a moment.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, now we can hear you, Annael.
All
Okay,
right, thank you,
beautiful,
Nevenka, very much.
beautiful.
I'm sorry for this. I don't know what was the reason, and my husband helped me to
Okay,
to change the and to get to the point you to hear me. Um, I'm very grateful for everything you said about me, and hello everyone. I don't know you and you don't know me, but I was invited to narrate about what this altar of the new Archangel Radiel Vidar means with my paintings. Um, Everything what I say, you can ask me, and I will try to my best ability to answer your questions. Actually, I will read my explanation because it would be easier for me um, to say what I have discovered through those paintings, through those images rather, which appeared before my soul eye, and I tried to take them down on a canvas with the ordinary painting technique with paints, oils on linen. So I will begin reading. Sorry for that. It will sound a bit how can I put it? When you read, you don't give much impression of the feelings, but you try to penetrate the thoughts and see what will happen. So, as my thoughts were more connected with the paintings themselves, following the linear way of seeing them before the digital altar was created. You may add your own views if you wish. Now more connected with the digital image of the altar. I will put it on. Doesn't work this way. Right. Can you see it now? This is the digital image of the altar of Archangel Radiel Vidar.
we can hear it. We can see it. Yeah.
So, as it is based on hexagram, it points to the sixth cultural age and beyond. Also on the hexagon, if you connect the externally the paintings, which also points to the sixth epoch. The master Beinsa Douno called this epoch the epoch of the sixth race. We will avoid use the word race, but we'll say the epoch of the people of light. Dr. Steiner defines the sixth epoch as the epoch of the good people and the evil people. So this hexagram in the middle of the altar points exactly to this separation between the people, between amid humanity, to divide itself thanks to its choices and karma into two streams: the people of light, or the people of goodness, and the people of evil. So my explanation will be this time in the form of a letter I wrote to a friend when I got to this explanation of the altar. So please try to listen to it as a letter, as though it was sent to you personally, to each one of you. So I decided to write to you and to explain what my altar of Vidar dedicated to this northern god of mythical heroes I have created this altar. But I come from Eastern Europe. I somehow believe that my skills and soul spiritual construction must have been most appropriate for this task. So I started the altar about 2 years ago with the first painting, The Angel of the Silver Lilies. This one. And after I created the Angel of Fire, both together as a diptych, which I gave the title Fire and Ice. At that time, I was not fully aware what exactly I was creating, but I did not stop and continued working and made all 7 paintings, which completed the altar. The altar was born, and after I looked at it, I began contemplating and meditating over it. I always try to understand what I have created in its depth and to find out the message that is sent to me through it. And not to forget about the name of the new Archangel. Through the testament of the color rays of light, I discovered it. I came to know that the name Vidar comes from the name of this Scandinavian hero, was changed to a new name, Radiel, or Archangel Radiel, the Archangel of the people of light. Because Michael, Archangel Michael, was a folk spirit of the Hebrew people when Christ descended and moved upon the earth during the rule of Radiel in the physical body of Jesus of Nazareth. And as he came for all peoples, the Archangel who stepped in the place of Michael must be also the Archangel of all people who are spiritually enlightened, that is, the new Hebrews, about whom St. Paul spoke in his epistles. Now we will return again to the altar. I meditated on Vidar and the altar of Archangel Radiel. Vidar spoke without words, without sound, but all revelations came to me as thoughts. Here I wish to open a bracket and make some clarification about the word radiv. This is Bulgarian old word, which mirrors, in a sense, the word vida, if you look at it from this point of view. And in Bulgarian language, it means diligent or hardworking. In our epoch, we must be very diligent, hardworking, spiritual students and servants of Christ. I will ask you now to observe carefully the paintings from the altar. We will start again with this one. And I will explain what message they carry according to my view, starting from the right side to the left side, as it is in the Hebrew writing, from right to left. This is how actually the name of this new archangel was revealed to me as well. The first painting on the right is the icy image, or the angel of the silver lilies, with his harp. He is the representative of the cold mind, of the cold intelligence. This is the image also of the White Sea up north in Russia. As the Master Beinsa Douno says, the mind must always be cold. This coldness can be felt very clearly in the northeastern part of Europe, especially in Scandinavia. Dr. Steiner says about the people living there that they have soft heads, explaining that they are most suitable for the perception of the spiritual science today, since they have retained for the longest time the old atavistic visionary ability. We come to the Angel of Dusk, the following painting. It is symbolic image of the spiritualized intellect connected with the special vision of the spiritual world at night, with the deep violet color of the twilight, which is also the color of the sun when looked at from the other side of the earth, where it is daytime. The Angel of Dusk bears the name by which the angels were called in the past. They were called spirits of twilight. Thus, the right side, which is connected with the spiritualization of the mind, is represented by the northern god, the Angel of Dusk, or Vidar. Here, I must say that the north is connected with the east also, and with the west too, in a truly mysterious ways. Where the sun rises in the morning and where it sets in the evening, at night, meets the day, this is meeting which can be seen as the image of a snake biting its tail, the sign of eternity. The central panel of the altar depicts the divine wisdom, Sophia, in a yellow garment Forgive me for the pause. She symbolizes the beginning of the new spiritual scientific age, handing over to Vidar Radiel the lamp of the divine light, a symbol of wisdom which passes into the hands of this new archangel, who will be the guiding spirit for the light-shining people of the future. He is dressed in a green garment, pointing towards the forests where he was hidden. The forests are the higher levels of consciousness. His position points to the west from north to southwest, and the position of the angel in yellow, Sophia, points to the northeast. These are the two directions that are designated by God for humanity to combine and follow. The garment of Radiel Vidar, as I said, is green. The Norse saga speaks about this hero that after he has overcome the Ragnarok wolf, he disappeared within the forests. I was given to know Vidar's new name, Radiel, by reading the meditation and meditating on the green color rays of light from the Testament book. The image of the dawn, the next painting. Appears together with the countless elemental beings. This angel of the dawn is as though a repetition of, or the echo of the rose tube in his hands, which is a symbol of the divine trumpet calling all people to wake up in order to think, feel, and act wisely and morally. The divine dawn in the painting plays this pink-colored rose-formed trumpet, also announcing the appearance of the new archangel Radiel Vidar. Just notice that the dawn is on the side of Vidar from the central panel, which points again to the west. But what is sun setting in the astral world is a sun rising in the earthly world, and vice versa. As in most cases, the things are seen reversed when looked at spiritually. We move on to the next picture. the angel of the sacred fire. There, Archangel Radiel Vidar stands with his sword of light. He is all fire. You know that the archangels are called in the past spirits of fire. The final painting on the horizontal line of images showed the achieved position of Vidar, finally becoming Archangel. With his warm red, also the thinking the people of light, the people of the good. During the sixth stage and beyond. Thus, the Scandinavian warrior angel Vidar from an angel becomes an archangel. This altar speaks of the path by which the angel of Buddha, as Dr. Steiner defines the angel who steps into the place of Archangel Michael, became an archangel. So this is the horizontal line of the images. Two more paintings. Very important ones stand, one above and the other below the central panel, drawing a vertical line. The face of Radiel Vidar resembles the face of Christ. This is so because, as Archangel Michael was in the past the countenance of Christ, so now Archangel Radiel Vidar becomes also the countenance of Christ. This face I saw within myself, and as it was sent to me from the spiritual world, so I painted it. The other, the seventh painting, is a sword that is all light. It is the sword of life, which is in complete balance, standing between the two forces of evil. It stands in the middle point between the two snakes. If you look at the seventh seal from the Revelation of John, you will understand better the meaning of this image. Also, we can remember the crucifixion image. We see the body of Jesus Christ on the cross between the two thieves. 4 roses decorate the hilt of the sword, on which it is written Logos and Love. Logos, or word, is on the vertical. This is the line of the word descending and the word ascending. Love is on the horizontal line, pointing to the earthly love, which must be transformed into divine love. This is the symbol of the cross that we see here. The 4 roses point to the 4 doors that now are already open to humanity in order to connect with Christ. So this is what I read to you about the altar of this new archangel. And if you have any questions, you can ask me now. Keep in mind that the beauty of these paintings come from the beauty of all images that exist in the divine world, because there everything is extremely beautiful. And what I have created is basically not possible to fully represent this beauty. The beauty is, though, only the external form of messages, spiritual messages and spiritual truths, occult truths, hidden behind those images. And everybody who looks at them should not stop before the beauty only, but is basically asked by the spiritual world to find out, to penetrate these beautiful forms and to find out the messages, to find out those laws and truths hidden there. I, as an artist of those paintings, I do in all humility, the same like all of you would do. Always I think over what came out under my hand and what I have seen with my spiritual eyes. And I, like you, try to understand everything that is told through this beauty and through these images. Thank you for your attention. I hope I was helpful and not too too complicated.
Well, the pictures speak thousands or millions of words. Annael, you created something that's beyond pictures. And I'm reading here from Marlena from Australia. She says in capital letters, "Thank you, such beautiful messages. I'm crying with profound gratitude." So she says what we feel. And there is another comment from Sun Eve. And she says, "Can we have Annael's email?" Yes, I will just give the pointer to your website and also email with your permission.
Thank you very much, Nevenka. I will return the image of the altar so people can.
My question, and I know we discussed this last night, is around the hexagram, because we all who dance paneurythmy, and of course with some effort in the beginning, learn how to dance the pentagram, and we take it as a symbol. And this is about the 5 essentials in the teaching of Beinsa Douno. But how did this idea of the hexagram come to you, and why or hexagon? Why the hexagram?
Because the pentagram is. Forgive me for a minute. The pentagram is connected with the human being, while the hexagram is connected with the divine beings, with the angels, archangels, and so forth, with the hierarchies. And as much as this altar is dedicated to a divine being, that's why is used here in the altar the hexagram and the hexagon. Also, as I said, the hexagram and the hexagon in the altar point to the future 6th cultural age and beyond, when humanity will gradually become more and more spiritualized. And if we remember the returning of the prodigal son to his father, that's what is the path humanity is walking now and will walk in the future. The hexagram in the middle shows exactly what I said, the division in the humanity through his walking to that path into 2 streams, the people of evil and the people of good. But I have the faith that God desires all people to be saved. Only those who are very stubborn at the end of the human evolution will be left on a different planet, and they will become part of a much denser planet. This is because this is their choice, and that's what they wish, not because of God, like some people would say. What else I can say on this hexagram? The Master Beinsa Douno spoke about, I just bumped in several days ago into a lecture where he speaks about the hexagon and the hexagram. I have to find this text so I can read it. I translated that quote in English. Yes, I can read it now to you if you wish.
That would be wonderful. Thank you.
Right, okay. He says, until love comes among people, they will speak to each other in a foreign language, incomprehensible to them, as a result of which they will need dictionaries. For example, you hear people talking about concept, perception, essence, equivalent, cube, plane, pentagram, hexagon, hexagram, words that are still incomprehensible for many people. What a hexagram is, this has been explained since ancient times. According to these explanations, a hexagram is 2 by 2 parallel lines that move in opposite directions. Therefore, when 6 different beings move 2 by 2 in 2 different directions, they form a hexagram. This is called the descent and ascent of the spirit. From a philosophical point of view, it is meaningless to say that the spirit descends and ascends. Why it is meaningless? Because the spirit does not occupy any place and space. Then how is it possible that that which does not occupy any place and space can descend and ascend? So the spirit works simultaneously in both dense and rare matter. Dense and rare matter represents directions of movement, 2 poles of life. These 2 directions are also called positive or potential and negative or kinetic energy, and so forth. So then we can see how sorry, I cannot find the
Do you mean to continue? I have it in front of me. I can continue reading if you like. When the
yes.
spirit changes from one energy to the other, the
Yes.
opposite movements are formed. I ask, what happens when kinetic energy passes into positive one? For example, you bring a lit piece of coal between unlit pieces of coals, meaning the burning coal. What happens to the unlit coals? The positive energy of the unlit coals changes into kinetic or negative energy, and in this way, these unlit coals are ignited. So, here there is a change of energy from positive to negative. So this is your translation from Beinsa Douno. The title of the lecture is A Right Understanding, and it's given on 5th of January 1927.
Yes, exactly.
We actually sent it to a whole bunch of people today.
Yes,
We posted it
there,
this morning.
Nevenka, there the word hexagon must be changed in hexagram because in the Bulgarian text it's written hexagon, but the way the master describes it, I think that it's about the hexagram, not the hexagon. Although they look similar.
I know. I
Yeah,
have to say, as a mathematician, though, the
exactly.
way he describes it, hexagon makes more sense because
Exactly.
hexagon has 6 sides.
Yeah,
It doesn't have the rays like it has in this picture. So the inside, or like just around the circle of the innermost picture of the divine dialogue, that's the hexagon. And the outer side is the hexagram. So,
really.
yes,
So I'm
mathematically,
the wrong
yes.
one.
No, both are correct. So when he describes hexagon, and I was reading this hexagram, and I'm thinking, how did the master say that opposite sides are parallel? But if it's hexagon, then it makes sense because the
Yeah,
opposite sides are parallel. So both
yeah.
make sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I translated it hexagon as it was written, but because I'm not a mathematician, and also for me, in the beginning, my son told me, oh, there is a difference between hexagon and hexagram. So
Oh.
eventually, last night,
Yeah,
anyway,
the
yeah, so,
hexagram contains a hexagon, as we can
yeah,
see nicely from your altar. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah.
yeah.
So that's my explanation about
Okay,
the altar, because it's mainly dedicated to a divine being. That's why the pentagram is not here.
I see. Okay, yeah, thank you for that explanation. Thank you. There are some questions now from the people on the call. So if I can read it, but also I see Donna has a question. I see Sun Eve has a comment or a question. So please join in. Speak up. Donna said, everything is becoming more dense in the three-dimensional realms as we are ascending as in light beings.
Could you please repeat the question, because I didn't quite get what the question is?
It seems like a comment.
Is
So
pentagram?
yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's not a question, it's more of a comment.
Conclusion, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
A conclusion. Everything is becoming more dense in the three-dimensional realms as we are ascending as in light beings.
Sorry, Narenka, I'm a bit
Yeah.
slow because I'm not good with
No, it
the
makes sense. It makes sense because
yeah,
what you are describing is another reality, and especially with the hexagram pertaining to yet another level, meaning to the divine world. And I think Donna's comment probably has to do more with when we are in the dense matter. This is the in the three-dimensional realms.
yeah.
Then we are from this three-dimensional world. We are we're ascending as light beings. Okay, she says yes. And then Steve Bond says Vidar seems to have alternating feminine and masculine appearances in your images. Is there a significance to this?
In principle, we know that the angels, they don't have gender like we humans. They're both males and females. And if we have to speak about the angels, they're just light, and within this light appears their imaginatively beautiful faces, like they're not males or females, they're just pure beauty and pure light. That's all I can say about the angels.
Okay, thank you. And Sun Eve raised her hand,
Yeah.
meaning
Yes, I was making a comment in the chat when you said that this world will become more dense, and I thought, really, more dense than what it is now? It's already pretty dense at the moment, you know, full of negativity and war and all. How can it possibly get worse than this?
No, I don't recall saying that this world will become more dense, but um, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Yeah, I think it was in reference to as we ascend or
Oh, descent. Yeah, about some
ascend.
people in the far distant future. The Master Beinsa Douno speaks about this fact as well. This is because the materialistic way of thinking and acting and of certain individuals, certain human beings, will lead them to a point when the earth will finish its evolution and will move into astral condition. And at that very point, those who are not, have not accepted Christ within, by necessity, will find themselves on a different kind of planet. Not that this world we're living now will become more dense. No, I didn't mean that at all.
Yes.
This is about the human beings, about humanity, and the way the humanity will gradually be divided into two streams of people. And this is written about in the Bible when it is said that there will be separation between the grain and the chaff. So this is a process which even goes now. It goes on now. We can see how people make certain choices which result in evil deeds, and other people who strive to make good choices. And although there would be sufferings, the result would be that light penetrates the darkness, and these people who make the better choices, and these choices are connected not only with their own individualities and persons, but for the goodness of many others, then they instill light into life. And the result is that humanity is uplifted. You know, there is a spiritual law which states that even if only one human being dedicates his life to God and to serve the divine, the whole of humanity is uplifted. That's how it is. And which means that even if we are a handful of people striving towards serving Christ and God, then it helps to the whole of humanity. That's my faith also.
that's much clearer now.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you both. And there is a question from Marlena. Annael, what is your plan for sharing this beautiful message? Are you going
I
to
have no
publish it
plan.
or?
I don't have plans. I prefer people not to so much concentrate on my mother's person, but on the images of these paintings, and to meditate on them as I do myself, and to find out what is the message for them, for each one of them, because these images, they have a very particular ability to talk to each human being in his own inner language. That's what I discovered from my own experiences with my friends and with the people I meet on Facebook or in life in general. And the other thing which I discovered, and others also discovered about these images, is that they have healing powers in them. And if you think logically, yes, this is so, because everything that comes from the divine world, which is beautiful and truthful, it has this healing energy within. I even had a neighbor here who had a very bad arthritis. She passed away, peace be on her soul, but she would come in my studio and then she would ring me back and say, Annael, I feel so much better now. My pain is gone. Of course, it was for a while, but obviously these images radiated something to her and she loved them very much. So that's what I urge people to look at them, to meditate on them. Not that I'm important, no. The tool is never so important, but the result is important. That's my view.
I have a feeling, at least when I see the purple image, it was uh, the angel of dusk.
Yes.
That one is especially powerful. It has somehow that healing vibration, maybe because of the color, at least for me.
Yeah, the color, the violet color, this is the color of
Yeah.
Saturday. And today I meditated on this color.
Yeah.
This is the color also of the sun when an initiate looks through the center of the earth during his day and sees the sun on the other side of the earth. And the color of the sun then is lilac, violet. So this angel of dusk is painted over the constellation of Argos, called Argos. This is a
Can I ask you
constellation.
to bring it up so we can look at it while you're explaining?
Yes, I will. I'll try to, to resume.
Okay.
Can you help me? My husband is here and will help me
Okay.
to return to the image of the lilac down.
Yeah. I think it's 2 up or 3 up.
Here.
Yeah, that one.
Can you see it?
Yes.
So this is the constellation of called Argos or Argonauts. This is a constellation connected with the Greek mythology, a legend where it is narrated about some Greek heroes who traveled on the seas with their ship to find the golden fleece. And the golden fleece, this is actually the sun spirit of Christ. And this angel, he blows a tube like a trumpet, finishing with this beautiful pink flower. And the message here is that we all must become Argonauts, or we have to search for Christ within us. And when we find him, then we will accept him, and we will be given the resurrection body. This angel has in his left hand the 7 wheat corns, and they speak about the grain of wheat. This is the main lecture the Master Beinsa Douno gave, the grain of wheat, where he spoke about the human being who will accept exactly this emblem of Christ, who by passing through the mystery of Golgotha made possible that every human being can resurrect spiritually and become a carer of Christ within, and return to Father, to God the Father, to return to the spiritual world. Because this is the plan of God, that humanity must return to him and become again spirit. So that's what I can say. Here also you can see, because this particular angel of dusk speaks about the cosmic transformations and movements which occur behind the scenes we see externally, and the appearance of the new Archangel, who will appear as Archangel Radiel in the future 6th epoch. We can see here under his right hand the constellation of the Southern Cross, where I live, under the Southern Cross. And down there, you can see the very bright star of the constellation of Dog, the Sirius. This is Sirius. This is the star Sirius.
I see.
Yeah, this is what
Beautiful.
I can say for the
Beautiful.
time being.
Yeah, in the
Are you
beginning, I did not know that these are constellations, so it does take some explanation about the meaning. I'm sorry, someone was asking a
Oh,
question.
yeah,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
I was just asking if you could scroll down just a tiny bit so I can see the writing at the top.
I will try. Oops.
Ooh. Ah, there we go. Thank you. That's
It's very unpleasant here.
that's good. That's good. That's good.
Is it?
Actually,
Yeah.
because you sent me the PowerPoint, I can present the PowerPoint without the annoying edges,
Mm.
if you allow me, Annael. So
Yes,
people can.
definitely. Yeah.
Okay, then let me do that. Let's see if this is gonna work. Continue to share. Can you see now the full glory of the painting?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now we can see it fully. And what I love is this thing that both looks like a third eye, but also has some kind of hint towards the 1000-leaf chakra over her head, the angel of dusk. And then there are all of these, they look like eyes to me, that they're all over the place, that
It's like his wings, Nevenka, and
yeah,
they're full of eyes. Yeah,
yes,
that's how I saw it internally.
yeah.
And the all-seeing eye coming out of his head,
Mhm,
because our mind must become like an eye,
mhm,
seeing internally.
mhm.
And this points towards the pure thinking or the spiritual thinking, because there is a materialistic thinking connected with the brain and what we see outside, externally, and there is an inner spiritual thinking which is not connected with the brain, but is connected with the hierarchies.
Beautiful, beautiful. Very nicely captured. The inner eye. And I guess the previous angel, or the angel of the silver lilies, so the angel of the mind, and then we have the angel of the dusk. So does it go from this, first somehow is the mind, and then the willpower that brings us to this angel of dusk, where we turn to the, with the inner mind, with the third eye or the thousand chakra, and we look deep inside, something like that.
Yes, the previous painting, the angel of the silver lilies, is connected with the day thinking, rather. You know, like during the day when the light is almost white, and we see things with our minds, and we understand them with our minds. But during the night, when the human spirit and astral body leave the physical and etheric bodies, then we are among the stars, and our spirit sees spiritually. Now, at that time, we are freed from the body, and then we are able to see spiritually. But we have to achieve this stage of consciousness through spiritualizing our thinking. We have to sort of free ourselves from this externalized thinking, and to make it and to transform it into inner thinking, into thinking which can penetrate the external and see the movements of the spirit behind the external forms in life. That's what these two paintings speak about to me. And they speak about also this process of transformation of the external day thinking, ordinary thinking or ordinary consciousness, into a higher level of consciousness, where the human being becomes connected with the starry world and with the hierarchies. And then we are able to basically first see in pictures what the spirit sends to us, then to hear, like the music. This is the more higher, higher level of
Okay.
consciousness, called consciousness which is connected with hearing, or inspirational consciousness. The first is imaginative with pictures. Then we raise up to the higher level of consciousness, which is inspirational, so-called. And the third and the highest level of consciousness we may attain to is the intuitive level of consciousness, where we are connected firmly with the spiritual world, we can converse with angels, archangels, archai, and so forth. And this is the highest level of consciousness. So these two images speak about the human being raising into this consciousness, but at the same time, they speak about the divine movement of this northern hero from an angel to archangel. Gradually, all the beings of the divine hierarchy, they also move upwards. They also transform and change their levels from lower to higher. That's all I can say at the time
It will
being.
take a long time to digest this. Yeah, but thank you so much. This is.
I'm very grateful
all
for
good.
listening to me.
Yeah. Maybe there are other comments. Yeah, or questions. Go ahead.
Saw your site, and if we want to see these larger off of the computer screen, then we can purchase a print, or how, I forget how we could have a closer look at them ongoing for meditation off the computer.
I think that also on the computer, looking at those images, they work out somehow, from a personal experience. For example, if you look at them and your eyes move through the details, then you sleep very well. I know this because it happened to me. The other thing is about printing. There is a Bulgarian guy who prints marvelously well those images on canvas, and they look very close to the originals, which is surprising to me because these are very complicated paintings as to the colors and so forth. And he did all the printing for my now 7 exhibitions in Bulgaria, which were organized by the people. I am here in Australia, and I even haven't traveled to attend them, but they organized everything. And I have a friend, she lives in US, and for several months she returns to Bulgaria and she represents me there. And so if any one of you wishes to print an image or a copy rather of those paintings, I can give the contacts of this guy, and he can send it to you wherever you live, rolled up, but you have to stretch then the image. These are very big paintings, though. They can be printed in smaller formats. I don't take any money from him, I mean royalties, because I don't want money to be involved in my art. I don't sell. The exhibitions in Bulgaria are with copies, and they are what was the word? Non-for-profit exhibitions. So when you order a copy of any of my paintings to this guy, he obtains all the money. I don't get anything. So what else? What kind of information more I can submit? Yeah, that's all. If you have more questions, I'm ready to answer if we can finish, because probably it's very late where you are. Some of you here, it's late morning. And
My phone ran out of battery, so I have no idea what time it is. So, and
just
as I
let
told
me
you,
know.
we can
It's
hang out.
9:09 p.m. in New York City. 9:09 p.m. in New York City.
9:09. Hi, Jen.
Did you say that will you be able to send the slides?
I can send the
Um,
slides if Annael permits. I can send them.
Yeah, that'd be great.
yeah, absolutely.
And there was a question about your narration, about the explanation of the pictures. Would you share those as well?
Yes, I can. I shared them on Facebook in my group dedicated to the Testament of the Color Rays of Light. I share there many of my meditations on different colors and most of all on the verses that participate and were taken by the Master Beinsa Douno to create this book. So there is no problem for me to share the text with you or
Wonderful.
whatever you
Wonderful.
or Nevenka, I can send it to you and you can share with your friends and people here in the
Yeah.
forum.
I don't know if I have everyone's email address here, but if you send me an email, I'll share them.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think you have my email, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. I can send it to you again. That's
No,
not a
I
problem.
just pasted in the chat. It's in the chat.
Right. Okay.
And
But
did you say that you painted these? Well, like what medium did you use?
I painted everything from the scratch on the white canvas. I paint with oil colors on Belgian linen.
Mm.
And I paint like any painter does.
Mm-hmm. With oils. Yeah, so you
Yes,
use
with
oils?
oils.
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty mesmerizing.
Yeah. They really are beautiful. May I ask one more question? Because my daughter is getting into photography and she's obsessed with the light. She's obsessed with photographing, the dusk and light on a building and just obsessed with the way light falls on the earth. And I noticed that you've got a lot of light in your paintings. And how did you come to be, inspired to put so much light into your paintings?
It's difficult to describe how I do that because it's just a skill, I guess I have, and that's the way I developed my own style and through the years, and the light is something like an internal ability of the spirit, I guess, because this is one thing, the external light, and this is another thing, the internal light. What we see as light outside is not exactly light. It's a reflection of the true light, which is the spiritual light. And within me, I guess that this is the light which comes through me. I see it internally and I paint it somehow. It's difficult to explain something which just happens because it's the spirit. It's the spirit which paints and leads my hand and my thought and my eyes. That's how I see it. I cannot describe anything in more than like this, in this way. Yeah.
And
I would
I
say
know,
these paintings are Vidalina.
Videlina.
Vidalina.
Vidalina, this
Vidalina.
is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you very much. This is the Vidalinato of the spirit. The spirit when he finds an appropriate soul and spirit construction, I suppose, just moves in and uses it as a tool. That's how I see these things. The more you strive towards Christ, to serve Him with all your mind, soul, spirit, and body, then you become a worthy tool in His hands. And He's the one who loves, or He's the one who paints, not the person. You see, the person is imperfect human being. And that's why I say that what is important is the striving, not so much the results, but the striving, because none of us is perfect. None of us can say that is an angel. And I will say something personal here. Perhaps you allow me. I dislike when I am praised because I feel as though not the real being is praised, but something which is imperfect. We have to praise Christ for everything that is beautiful, that is good, that is moral and marvelous in life, because He is the one who does all this. The human beings are imperfect, and they can become either good tools in His hands and have His help, and then they can say, not I, but Christ in me, as St. Paul said. And this is the highest honor, which I believe one may see in one's life.
May I ask one more question? I see somebody, Marlena, in the chat, put Jacob's Ladder of Angels, and I'm wondering which she was referring to. Which image she was referring to. Maybe she was referring to a comment, but it seems like she's referring to one of your paintings.
I think that the Jacob's Ladder, I have a poem dedicated to this.
Can you share it with us? I'd love to.
Not at the moment, because
Okay.
I don't know how to, but
You could send it to Nevenka.
look, if you all have Facebook accounts, I'm there, and all my poems and paintings you can find there, my philosophical revelations and thoughts also, so we can share those there as well. I'm not very good with the new technologies, I'm afraid, and that's why I need the help of my family here, who are into these technologies. I'm like a
Thank God for
dinosaur.
technology. Thank
I'm
God so
far
that
away.
you in Australia can transmit all of this beauty to all of us around the world. But I'm sharing my screen because I wanted to show your beautiful website, and I would encourage everyone to visit it. And there is the artworks, projects about you, and now every person can have at least an image of you, because we are all trying to imagine you, and also your writings. And I think there is a beautiful explanation here about your art, and so on. But what is really amazing is when you go through these projects, for example, Altar of Archangel Michael, and then even within that, then I think there is another way to. There is the video, and it just, you can spend a lot of time just looking and visualizing and meditating and so on. That's why I wanted to share your website. And
Thank you.
I will say in my email, I will also put in the name of the Facebook group that you lead about the Testament of the Color Rays of Light. So it's not a public group, right? It's a private.
No,
So
it's a private, and very small one, because I don't want too many people to read my meditations on the color rays of light. And
so people can refer to this conversation when they write to you about when they want to get in the group.
so I can recognize them and allow them to become members.
Okay.
Sorry, how will you know to let us in?
Beg your pardon? What did you say?
How will you know to let us into the Facebook group? What do we need to say so you know it's us?
Right.
You can write to my messenger and
Okay. DM you. Yeah. I understand.
Yeah. Let's see if I can quickly find that page. It's quite amazing. Okay. I will share my screen again. Okay, found it. Okay, this is the phase group page, the Testament of the Color Rays of Light.
Can you copy the link at the top?
Yes, I will.
Oh,
so
okay,
you
great.
see,
Yes.
there is lot of messages, meditations.
Right there. Could that be the
Right.
those angels climbing upwards? Could that be the Jacob's ladder she was
The
referring
Jacob's
to?
ladder.
Maybe.
It's possible. Yeah. So I will do exactly that. I will take this link and paste it in the group chat. I will paste also in the email that I send out.
Great. Thank you.
San Eve, you are on my mail list.
Yes, I am. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, great.
Yeah. On Facebook, I'm known as Eve. Annael, I'm just known as Eve. So you'll know.
It doesn't matter if you write to me in person on Messenger and tell me about Nevenka. I will straight away recognize you.
Okay.
And the photo I can see also, so I can recognize you.
Yes. I think it's the same photo, actually.
Awesome. Beautiful.
So,
thank you so much.
Thank you, Nevenka, for inviting me, and thank you for listening, everyone.
I'm so happy to be able to share this, and because it's connected to the Testament of the Color Rays of Light, and because of Donna, we actually spent 2 sessions on that. And some of the people on this call started the sun meditation earlier in the year. So it's like a nice cycle of inspiration for all of us. We inspire each other. I'm really inspired by this group and love everyone deeply. and I can feel the presence even after our calls, because usually we say a prayer, we learn new songs, we have readings and guest lectures like yourself sometimes.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you.
And I hope that
We stay in touch.
what you've seen will be helpful in your spiritual development. And yeah, we may meet again. So
Definitely. I would
enjoy
like
your
to,
night.
so I thank you from my heart, and I'd like to invite all of us to say the prayer of the disciple, the formula of the disciple. And if Steve is around, I really enjoy when Steve says the prayer of the disciple.
Okay,
There he
I'm
is.
here.
Yes, beautiful.
May we have a heart pure as a crystal, a mind bright as the sun, a soul vast as the universe, and a spirit powerful as God and one with God. May we have a heart pure as a crystal, a mind bright as the sun, a soul vast as the universe, and a spirit powerful as God and one with God. May we have a heart pure as a crystal, a mind bright as the sun, a soul vast as the universe, and a spirit powerful as God and one with God. Amen.
Thank you. Amen. Thank you, and thank you, Annael. You made everything very special for me now. The testament of the color rays of light are even more special because I have
Yes,
a visual. Thank you so much.
good
Thank you
night
everyone for
and
joining.
good day.
Yeah.
Bye for
Have
now.
a great day. Yeah. Bye for now. Until next time. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Love and light. Love and light.
You're